Hey guys, this is Garies and welcome back to another episode of Survival Done. We are back here in Satisfactory and the factory Mark 3 is coming along nicely. So I've started with the next floor. Now you can't see the containers anymore, but that's okay. So I've routed all these resources and the resource floors to the wonder, do we need fuel? I haven't checked if anything needs fuel. Anyway, doesn't matter at this moment, but in any case, everything is routed upwards or on that routing floor. Let me show you guys. Okay, so we still have to connect everything to the buffer floor from this, but everything is now connected. Plates, rods, wires, pipes, beams, aluminium plates. What's this one? The Ethereum wire, concrete, crystal, silica, plastic and rubber. So all those are selected now. That's a first tier. So if I remember, I will link the image here to the left to show you everything that's on the first tier. So that is what we're linking today. Oh, not that. We're going to link that as well today, but we are going to do the second tier today as well. So we are going to route everything that needs to be routed, and that's going to be fun. Okay, so I have enough in my inventory to make a couple of assemblers. There's a couple, not too many. Okay. So I'm not 100% sure how the in and out is going to be. Assemblers needs 2 ins. So I did this one is wrong. So each second one needs to be a window. Or not second one, ones to the side. Actually no. You know what we're going to do? I just need some plates and some of those. And I'll show you guys. I did something there, really. Alright, okay, so we don't want you. What we want are you. Or do we want to have them on separate walls? Let's quickly check it out. Okay, production, assembler. Okay. What can we build? Only this one. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so that is a straight shot. Okay, but the problem is if we're using more assemblers for one resource, then multiple is going to come up. So I'm wondering, what shall we do? I didn't think that far ahead, unfortunately, this time around. Usually I think ahead further. So what we can do is we can put the assemblers a bit forward, about here, so we can. Let's do this. We have 2 inputs, so it depends on what we need on this input. You know what? Ah, no, this is fine. Okay, and then walls. A solid one there. And then what we can do is go back to assemblers. And we can put 3 assemblers, right? Come on. There we go. Is it? I don't know. Okay, the problem is they're a bit oversized, so we can use 3. Let's see, then we just need to put some foundations this side. I in any case think we need to go 1 over. We can't have it at the edge. In any case, so a wall. Okay, so this actually might be part 4, since we didn't get to finish in the first 3 parts, so it took a bit longer than anticipated. So, okay. So just as an FYI. Okay, so what we can do is we can have a 2 input, and then we can have a splitter, not the merger, a splitter. How are we going to do this? I'm just going to try something quick, real quick. So if we can only figure out the first one, then I can do the rest off cam, and I'll bring you guys back afterwards. So let's do what we did. Previously. So we do that. That and that. Okay, so now this one is going to be too steep, I think. Yep, too steep. Okay, well, this is idea, so we can actually just push it this way. So in case we only do use 1 assembler, we can just go straight. Whoops, that was the wrong one. That was definitely the wrong one. Okay. Oops. Okay, so as I was saying, if we only use 1 assembler, we can just do a straight line in and go on with our lives. Okay. If we need more, then we will split from there with a splitter, either 2, 3, or maybe 4. We can even go to 4. So yes, I think that's a proper way of doing it. And then I actually need to increase the height of these walls, and then directly above this one we'll have that one. Oh, I don't have any, but on that one we will have another floor, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe the bottom one is 5. Maybe we should make this one 5 as well, but either way, let's quickly check. Do we have enough resources? Just want to see if this is how we added another one. Yes, that looks straight, right? Yep, that looks perfect. So that is exactly how it was on a previous one, the assemblers, it came in at the bottom and went over the top to the exit port. Okay, so now this exit one will go over to the conveyor stack and go to where it needs to be in the system. Okay. Okay, so I thought about it for a quick second. I paused the recording quickly. Okay, so all the resources from the top will go out to the conveyor stack, and I was just thinking, how are we going to bring it in? At the Mark II, or at the Mark I rather, it was confusing bringing them in and out. Not confusing, it took a lot of space just going out. So in Mark II, we started seeing that we can have a very compact way of moving the resources, but I'm not sure I want to do it. What if the developers patch that at the end of the day, then that whole thing breaks? So what I'm thinking of doing is, maybe there's enough space here if we run some of these. Okay, you can have one at the edge, 1, 2, 3, 4, it seems 4 per foundation. So we might be okay just running it back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 16. So it should be okay. So then let's say we're bringing silica over to here. So we'll have a straight line going down. And if we need silica at a later stage down the line, we can put a splitter in and just split off. And I think we should start relying on splitters and lifts a bit more. At least we have 3 ways of coming it out, but at least we can also go out a bit further for missing all the other conveyors that we will go out to. Okay, I'm not explaining that properly. So if this one, let's say the wires has a conveyor coming out and coming in here, and then the silica, let's say again, comes around, so it has to bypass the wires a bit further out. So, but that's what I'm saying. So we have more space that we can go out further and further depending on how much space we need. So I think that would be okay, because over there our conveyor stack, I think, was quite close to the wall. I think it was about there, can't remember now. So there wasn't space for a lot of conveyor belts in between the stack and the factory itself. In this instance we will have enough, but we change it a bit since we're not going to pause again, sorry about that. That's a lag. I don't know what's going on, why it does that. But in any case, as I was saying, we're not going to have the resources coming up as I've planned originally with Mark III. Now with Mark 3.1, everything is coming up with this floor. Okay. Excuse me. So everything is coming up now. So this is the plastic, that is a rubber, that is the... Okay, we actually need to bring the coal. Do we need to bring coal up? I don't think so, no. Concrete is running here, everything is running here, plastic. And then the rubber. See over there, the concrete split, so these two goes down, there the plastic split, and here the rubber splits. And it goes upward. Everything is going up as we planned. So there's still much more space for a lot more things. So this is, even though this is a normal compact or normal conveyor stack, it's still a lot more compact than just running around each on their own conveyor system. So I believe we should be good. Whoops. Aluminum plates is coming from that side, plastic and rubber is coming from that side. So depending on what we're doing, we can actually get everything up and running properly. So this is outside, and then between the two layers we'll go in this layer. So I'm not not expecting too many to go back and forth. A few, and floor 2. But it seems like I overestimated the resources that's going to come up. That's why I have so many floors. So I think we could have put both this and the bottom floor into one floor, but it's okay. So now it's much more neat to work out properly, so you should be okay. So we can kill this, kill this, kill this. Okay, so we're not going to run with this conveyor system or walkway system. So I think that moves here directly. Okay, but I will do that. That's just cosmetic, so we'll do that at a later stage. And also the walkways up and down, up and down. Okay, so I think we've worked it out. Sorry for rambling so long again. This time it was in the beginning of the episode, not the end of the episode. I hope not at the end of the episode as well. Okay, so we've worked out how this is going to work. With 2 there, skip 1, put another 1. 2 input, 1 output. So I think that should be good. Yes, so let me quickly run around, build all these walls, because we're going to need them, and then I'll bring you guys back once that's done, and then we can start planning our future with all the assemblers and which goes where. And I will, if I remember once again, otherwise just reference that document or the image I showed in the other episode or the other part. Where's my reference sheet? I have a reference sheet here on a clipboard. Okay, so we need screws and case beams, cables, circuit boards, batteries, stator, heat sinks. Okay, that's a tier 2 resources. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just quickly thinking, black powder. That also needs to go somewhere. Let's quickly check. Black powder comes from this side and it's not going anywhere. Yep, it's just stopped. Maybe we should put it. Alright, let's see if first tier is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Second tier is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 19. Maybe the black powder can be number 20 and then can be at the end. I think that could work. So black powder still needs to come up. So we're going to need black powder for... Okay, well, there's a few things that we need it for, so yeah. Or maybe that's going to the manual spot. No, you know what? Then the end is good, because I was actually thinking, in between everything, that the manual spot should be at the end. Just a few stations at the end that we grab the resources like the obelisks and so on. So that can be crafted there at the end. That could be the workshop basically as well. I just thought of that because that is basically center of a map over here. Because I'm looking in its direction, so it's more about here. So that's a bit closer to the center of a map, and maybe from there we can have a launch platform to all the different directions. 8 directions of a wind. Anyway, so that could work actually. I think so. Okay, well, in any case, let me get to building. Ooh, these things can throw you. I just need to grab the plates and some concrete, and I'll bring you guys right back. Okay guys, took a bit longer than anticipated. I redid it a few times. First of all, I thought, okay, well, since there's only about 7 tier 2 resources, excuse me, 7, yes, 7. So I made it every 3rd or 4th station. I put a station for assemblers, and then I realized then I'll have a lot of back and forth going underneath. So I redid it so it's now every 2nd station and in between also. So you have an entrance there. So now it's easier, so I don't have to break down stupid walls every time I want to go on the outside and work with conveyor systems. So this hopefully will now work out better. I placed this over here just for a concept to see how it will work out. Seems like it could work out. Just have to take away that and that. I went to grab a few more concrete because I ran out. Anyway, okay, so I was about to do the next floor, and I thought, let me show you guys what I'm doing. So first of all, which is going much quicker than just running up and down placing foundations. So what I do is at the end I bring it to where I want it, then I run a few blocks away, or well, foundations in this case, and I go till where I see it's not in range anymore, so basically here. So then I place it also there, also on the same level, and then I bring it 2 down. I break the top 2. Come on, why didn't you break? And then I bring it out, and again I run around, not around but away, till I see again I'm out of range. Okay, so this is out of range, this is in range, and then this one again I bring over full length. Okay, so a trick of this one, because it's lower, you have to remember to keep it lower, otherwise you struggle at the later stage. So let's see if that placed it to the correct side. Nope, seems not. No, it did. Okay, and then again we break the top 2 ones. Okay, and this way we continue all the way to the ends. I don't know why I didn't place this one also so long. Yeah, that happens a lot if you try to work quick. But in any case, so now that that's done, you can go up to this one that is a bit lower, go to the end, and voila, you just spam click and you build a floor in a few seconds. And there's no misplacement on this one, so it takes it a little time, a few minutes extra just to place or work out where you want to place it, and exactly the same this side. Oops. Okay, that happens if your mouse isn't aimed properly, unfortunately. But still, believe me, you save much more time with this method and even with a mistake here and there than you would in any other method that I have found. So if any one of you know a better method of doing this, by all means inform me. I would love to have a faster method of building floors. I don't know if they will implement the automatic builder maybe at some point. And well then, obviously, this side is easiest by. If you have your aiming correct, I'm just now in a hurry to show you guys. And then it doesn't work out properly. And there, took a few seconds and this whole part is done. So let me quickly finish this and I'll bring you guys back in a few. Okay, we're down to the last part. Just have to get my aiming correct so that I don't mess this last few up again. No, not again as the previous ones. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Oh, and it's getting dark. Just realized that. That's nice. Okay, so let's quickly see what we're going to do next. Okay, I already put the splitters down, so we can just split that into whatever it needs to go. And we need to get a what do we call it? Ooh, we need to break down this one. A standardized method of doing this. Okay, so let's see. What do we have? We don't have anything to make a few. Okay, so in the the wings where we produce, the top one goes right and the bottom one goes left. Since this is in, maybe the right must go top and the left must go bottom. And then the left can go to the left and the top or the bottom goes to the left once we have the assembler. Now I don't have any of this for assemblers. Okay, so the two input ports right there. So the top goes to right and bottom to left. Okay, now we have to start figuring out how many assemblers we need. Okay, so for the first one is screws. I think 4 should be enough. Hope so. Oh, and then we need a merger. I don't have anything for mergers. Okay, let's grab that quick. Okay, so we need splitters. No. A few of those. I don't think we're going to get to manufacturers in this episode, so let's just take them down. Okay, then we can just grab those. Okay, so we need that. Cable guy. Those plates. Rods. Need more of those. And more cables. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay, so a merger. Okay, you are already going to the correct side, right? Yes. Okay, this needs to go in 2. Back and forth, always back and forth. Okay, now we have everything, I hope. Oh, you're still not there. Okay, so let's put another one. Let's see if that one is straight. Okay, seems that one is straight in. Okay, great. Okay, we said left goes to bottom, right goes to top. Okay. Now we need the assemblers. Okay, so first off, I think it should be in the middle. Let's stand this side. Okay, actually, yeah, no, that will work. It will, right? Yes. We just do what we did by the aluminum side. Isn't that a bit too far ahead? It might be. Let's just bring it back a smidgen. And the last one, there we go. Okay, so now, whoops, pressing the wrong buttons. Now we need a splitter, splitter. Again, I'm only doing one on cam, and then the rest I'll do off cam. So that one goes there. That one goes there. Okay. So in this one, we're not going to use slow belts because it's useless. Okay, left to bottom to left, top to right. To right, bottom to left. Okay, so this is how we will do everything. I will figure out off cam. It's just me. Yeah, no, this does not look right. This one does look right. Okay, this one is not in the middle. We need to get it in the middle. Okay, so let me do this, fix this off cam, and do the rest. I will tell you guys when we're back. We only do this line. We're not going to do that side because we're only at the first tier and second tier resources. That's this side. After we're starting to produce this, we will start going to the third and fourth tier side. So, okay, I'll bring you guys back as soon as we're soon as it's light out and we are done with this side. We'll see you in a sec. Okay, I've went about down the line about halfway and I realized I messed up. Screws is made with constructors. Oh, fun. Now I have to break down everything again. So, yeah. So we need a bunch of constructors in place of assemblers. So, yeah, fun stuff. Okay, so I'm also, again, going to try and remember to show you guys on screen the document I made for... Where's all my... No, where's all my plates? There it is. Okay. Document I made for all the requirements. So I wanted to show you guys that, and that's why I was starting to work with that. And I saw there's 4 lines going out of screws in total. So I was trying to use that as a reference now how many we should be making. Like, just for instance, assembler. in case beams. It only makes 4 per minute, so we really need to make as many of these as possible. So maybe 5. That's 20. I'm not sure if that's enough, but oh well. Nothing else is using it, so I think it should be okay. I don't see anything using it. I just quickly want to see what... See, Foundry is using encased beams, but that's about it. So maybe 2 or 3 is actually more than enough. Because as soon as we start having a stockpile or a buffer floor, we'll have a lot of backup. So maybe 3 is enough, but okay. That's neither here nor there. We have to set up constructors. So I'm thinking 5 should be fine. Okay, again, we're still going on this line. Actually, is 5 enough? Oh, you know what? I was just wondering, what should I do? Because there's 2 incoming and only... we only need 1 resource. Maybe we should split it on the outside. And then have a second line just above here. Will that work? Let's quickly check. See, this is why I need you guys to be with me, so that you see this dilemma. Ah, we can. So maybe we can. Okay, so screws is 90 per minute. Okay, oh, and also the exit. Why is this one? Oh, it's just perspective, it seems. Okay, anyway, I put the Mark 5 line here, so that should be sufficient, I believe. 800. 7, what was that? 780, right? Yes, 780. So half of that is 390. 4 times 90 is 360. So only 80 is needed. So this will actually work out. Let me show you what I was thinking about. Okay, if we do this and that. Okay. Now we put more constructors over here. There we go. Okay, so now we have a merger pointing there. Great. Now we actually don't need that one. Okay, not that one. We need the Mark 5. Here we go. And then another merger over here. There. I'm trying to make it compact at the same time as I'm trying to make it as modular and as high yielding as possible. Okay, you'll see now what I'm doing here. Okay, you going there. Maybe you guys can already figure out what's going on. These ones are 480, that's fine. This does 60 per minute, so that is too slow. So maybe we can still do that with a Mark III. Here we go. And there we go. Come on, where's it? There we go. Just waiting for that sound. Why not? Let's make it Mark IVs. No. If you're in a hurry, things is going wrong. Okay. Now it's the same principle of a normal splitter. Just thinking of a top one. We can do the reverse that we did with the export. That could work. Did I just put the mergers at the bottom? I hope not. There we go. Okay, so that should be done. Oop. Almost broke the wrong one there. Splitter, splitter. Oh no, that's good. Okay, then this one is actually not working. But what we can do is do that and this. Here we go. Too much hurry. Again. Just trying to get all these things ready. You're in the middle, you're in the middle, you're in the middle. Again, now on the outside. See, this is why we wanted this doorway. Of course, now we can do that. We can put a splitter here. So this is rods. So the rods will come up from that way. There we go. Okay, so this is rod, so Okay, so what could work is we do this, this, and this. Bring you out to there. Pick you up, pick you up. Seems this is not going to work. Nope. Maybe just take that one. Okay, so what we can do is do that. Let's see if we can make it. We can make it, yes. Okay, that seems to do the trick. Okay, so that will be rods. Oh, this must probably be a lot more. Okay, but it's fine, we'll sort it out. So how many do you need? Each one, no, screws, needs 15. Oh wait, no, that's fine. 15, 30, 60 is 120. Yeah, that should be more than enough. And that is screws done. Now screws will go out there, and we will take it to the conveyor stack, and it will go down the line. Okay, also we need to do the power. How are we going to do the power? Power is coming from that side. Maybe we should put the power poles right here. Yeah, that could work. Put it here. Split it from there. We can put that one to Mark 7, and then it can go as high as it needs to be. Okay. Oh, so we still might need to have those walkways behind the conveyor stack, but I don't think we'll need that much conveyor space. Maybe not. We'll see. But I think we're starting to run out of time for this episode. So let me continue this fun. So before that, let me quickly go through. So this is only tier 1 processing plant, which is just a constructor that I think we'll have. We'll see how it turns out. Next will basically only be assembler. So next one is encased beams. So that's what I already showed you. So it only produces 4 per minute. As I said, I think 3 is more than enough, giving us 12 per minute. What else uses encased beam, except if I missed something? I just want to go down to workstation quick. Just want to see if we miss anything. Okay, this is only the resources. That uses uranium, and that will make offsite. I'm not going to play around with uranium on my factory, unfortunately. Those we might make here. We'll see. Supercomputer. See, nothing of these uses concrete. Oh, encased beams. Just wondering, maybe something uses it. Computer, no. Rubber, no. Cartridges uses noble. Yes, uses Nobelisk. You see, this is where we're going to maybe need. But this is for the manual crafting. So we won't. That will be at the end. I've already planned that out, so I'll bring you guys in for that in the next episode. while editing this episode, I will think if this is part 4 of episode 40 or will this be 41. I think this will still be part 4. No, let's go to 41 because we are now starting to do the logistics. All those routing is done. That was last week's episode. So yeah, let's just start a new episode again. Otherwise we're going to get confused. When do we use what? What's this? Sulfur and plastic. Encased beams. Doesn't show used for what. Let's see if there's any things using that. Xenos upper, no. Beacon, no. Chainsaw, no. Color gun doesn't matter if you use it. Rifle. Hazmat suit. We need to make these still. Those we're not gonna make. Jetpack. Rifle. Maybe. Heavy modular frames. Why don't I have this? I missed heavy frames. Heavy frames. It's not on my... Why isn't that... Oh goodness gracious, I've made a terrible mistake it seems. Let's quickly see. We have motors and computers. Oh no, no. Ah, wrong button. Where's a place for you to build? Just there. How many frames? 10 per minute. So you might actually need about 4 or 5, so it's 20. Because you might use 2 of these. So yeah, we're going 5 assemblers. So that's how I will go about figuring out how many of what we need. So just selecting resource gives 5 per minute. Reinforced plates is used to make crystal oscillators. You see now it's not making sense because modular frames is also where did I miss all the things? Okay, so I have to reevaluate that's iron rods, reinforced iron plate. Oh wow, I have to re-evaluate that sketch and I need to do that before I continue this because otherwise something is going to go wrong and that's not going to be fun. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's not a lot that happened, we just did some building, but our factory is coming along guys. It's coming along nicely. We are first station stage resource is coming along. I'm just checking my notes if that is maybe heavy frames. Nope, heavy frames is not on there. I'll really have to go through everything again. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry if there's any confusion regarding recipes and all those things, but either way, please give me a like guys, it helps a bunch. And also if you haven't done so already, please remember to subscribe to my channel. That helps me out tremendously. And yes, hit that bell icon once you subscribe. It will YouTube will let you know once my videos goes live. And I think I've covered about it without ranting or rambling too much. I did with those two, and now I'm starting again. So that's it for this episode guys. Hope to see you in the next one again. Cheers.